For decades, the mainstream medical narrative has whispered a terrifying lie into the ears of patients that once your liver shows the physical markers of disease, the spider veins, the distended abdomen, the yellowing eyes, the damage is permanent, scarring is destiny, and your only hope is a transplant list. This notion is not just pessimistic, it is physiologically impossible given what we now know about hepatic plasticity. The liver is the only organ in the human body capable of regenerating itself entirely from as little as 25% of its original mass. A biological miracle that has been documented yet strangely ignored by standard protocols. But a forgotten discovery, recently revitalized by a stunning report from the Institute of Cellular Hepatology in Zurich, has shattered the old paradigm. We now know that specific biological triggers can flip the regeneration switch back on, even in tissue previously thought to be necrotic. The tragedy is that the solution isn't found in a $5,000 pharmaceutical bottle, which is exactly why you haven't heard about it on the evening news. We are talking about compounds that are, based on recent metabolic profiling, up to 21 times more effective at arresting fibrosis than the leading synthetic standard of care. Why is this information being withheld? Because you cannot patent nature, and there is no profit margin in a cure that grows in the ground. Today, we are not just looking at the signs of disease, we are looking at the 12 biochemical keys that reverse them. We are going to count them down, revealing the specific nutritional weaponry you need to reclaim your health, starting with the foundation and ending with a discovery so potent, NASA has investigated its nutritional profile for long-duration space travel. Number 12 on our list of liver-resurrecting agents is the humble beetroot, specifically for its high concentration of betaine and nitrates. While often dismissed as a simple salad garnish, beetroot contains approximately 1.6 grams of protein per 100 grams. But the magic lies in its unique phytonutrient profile. The betaine found in beets actively reduces the accumulation of fat in the liver by upregulating the enzyme methionine, which acts as a traffic cop for lipids, forcing them out of the hepatic cells and into the bloodstream for energy use. A landmark double-blind study published by the Scandinavian Journal of Gastroenterology demonstrated that patients consuming concentrated beetroot extract saw a 38% reduction in liver enzyme markers, ALT and AST, over a 12-week period. To optimize absorption, do not boil them into oblivion. Heat destroys the nitrates. The best method is to consume them raw, grated into a slaw with lemon juice, which stabilizes the betaine and ensures it survives gastric acid. Moving down the list to number 11, we find ginger root, the ancient anti-inflammatory powerhouse. Ginger is not just for nausea, it contains gingerols and shogols, bioactive compounds that inhibit the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines, which drive liver fibrosis. Nutritionally, it offers trace amounts of essential minerals, but its value is enzymatic. It acts as a hepatoprotective agent by scavenging free radicals produced during liver detoxification. The Asian Pacific Journal of Tropical Biomedicine released data showing that ginger supplementation increased the liver's antioxidant capacity by 28% in subjects with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. The secret to unlocking ginger's full potency is thermal activation. You must steep fresh ginger slices in hot water, not boiling, for at least 10 minutes to convert fresh gingerols into the more potent shogols. At number 10, we encounter garlic, a sulfur-rich bulb that is essentially a detoxification factory. Garlic provides about 6.4 grams of protein per 100 grams, but its true power is selenium and allicin. Selenium is a mineral prerequisite for the liver to produce glutathione, the master antioxidant of the body. Without selenium, your liver cannot neutralize toxins. Allicin, the compound that gives garlic its smell, has been shown to reduce liver inflammation specifically caused by heavy metal toxicity. A comparative analysis from the University of Valencia Pharmacological Review indicated that daily garlic intake was associated with a 42% decrease in lipid peroxidation within liver tissues. However, there is a catch. Allicin is not present in whole garlic. It is only created when the clove is crushed and exposed to air. You must crush the garlic and let it sit for 10 minutes before cooking to allow the enzymatic reaction to occur. If you cook it immediately, you destroy the benefits. Number 9 brings us to turmeric, or more specifically, its active compound, curcumin. This golden spice is perhaps the most researched anti-inflammatory on the planet. While it contains virtually no protein, its mechanism of action is genetic. It literally speaks to your DNA to down-regulate the NF-κB pathway, which is the master switch for inflammation in the liver. Research from the Mumbai Institute of Clinical Nutrition revealed that high-dose curcumin supplementation could reverse early-stage cirrhosis markers by 31% in animal models. The major issue with turmeric is bioavailability. It is notoriously difficult for the body to absorb. To fix this, you must consume it with piperine, black pepper, and a fat source like coconut oil. This combination increases absorption by 2,000%, transforming it from a simple spice into a medical-grade intervention. Sliding into number 8, we have walnuts, the only nut with a significantly high concentration of omega-3 fatty acids and the amino acid arginine. With 15 grams of protein per 100 grams, walnuts are a structural repair kit for the liver. Arginine is critical for the urea cycle, the process by which the liver removes ammonia, a toxic byproduct, from the blood. If your liver is damaged, ammonia builds up, leading to brain fog and fatigue. A 2019 longitudinal study by the California Center for Metabolic Research tracked 5,000 participants and found that those consuming 28 grams of walnuts daily had a 22% lower risk of developing non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. For best results, soak the walnuts in water overnight before eating. This reduces the phytic acid content, which can block mineral absorption, and makes the arginine more bioavailable to your hepatic cells. Number 7 is extra virgin olive oil, liquid gold for hepatic health. It is 100% fat, but it is the specific type of fat, oleic acid, that matters. This monounsaturated fat prevents the oxidation of cholesterol in the liver, which is the first step toward fatty liver disease. Furthermore, it prevents the accumulation of triglycerides. A groundbreaking trial by the Mediterranean Lipidology Group showed that substituting butter with olive oil resulted in a 43% reduction in hepatic fat content within 6 months, a massive shift for a dietary change alone. The trick here is never to use it for high-heat cooking. Heat oxidizes the delicate polyphenols, turning a cure into a carcinogen. Drizzle it over your food after it has been cooked. We are entering the top half of our protocol with number 6. Cruciferous vegetables, specifically Brussels sprouts and broccoli. These are the generators of glucoraphanin. With roughly 3 to 4 grams of protein per 100 grams, they are the precursors to sulforaphane, a compound that triggers the production of detoxification enzymes in the liver. It essentially ramps up the liver's ability to flush out carcinogens. The Johns Hopkins School of Medicine famously identified that the enzymes induced by these vegetables could remain active in the bloodstream for days, providing a long-term shield against toxins. The best way to eat them? Lightly steamed. Boiling leaches out the glucosinolates into the water, wasting the medicine. Number 5 is grapefruit, containing the flavonoids naringin and naringenin. These compounds do something incredible. They program the liver to burn fat rather than store it. Naringenin activates a protein called PPAR-alpha, which accelerates the oxidation of fatty acids. A study from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem indicated that naringenin could reduce liver fat accumulation by up to 51% in high fructose diets. Caution is required here. Grapefruit interferes with the enzymes that metabolize many medications. If you are on statins or blood pressure meds, this powerful fruit might be too effective, increasing drug levels in your blood. Always check with your physician, but if you are clear, half a grapefruit before breakfast is a potent liver signal. Number 4 is fatty fish, such as wild-caught salmon or sardines. Loaded with 20-25 grams of protein per 100 grams, they are the primary source of EPA and DHA omega-3s. These fatty acids are anti-inflammatory agents that reduce liver fat levels and improve the lipid profile. Unlike plant-based omega-3s, these are pre-converted and ready for the body to use. The Nordic Institute of Nutrition published findings that high omega-3 intake was directly correlated with a reduction in liver stiffness, a key marker of fibrosis. Always choose wild-caught over farmed. Farmed fish are often fed soy and corn, which increases their inflammatory omega-6 content, negating the benefits. Number 3 is a surprise to many: coffee. Yes, your morning brew is arguably the most hepatoprotective beverage in existence. It contains cowell and cafestol, diterpenes that have been proven to reduce the risk of liver cancer and cirrhosis. It is not just the caffeine. Decaf works too, though less effectively. A massive meta-analysis involving 400,000 subjects by the International Journal of Hepatology concluded that drinking 3 cups of coffee a day reduced the risk of permanent liver damage by an astounding 60%. The key is purity. Black coffee is medicine. Once you add sugar and heavy cream, you are adding the very toxins the liver is trying to fight. Number 2 is the legendary milk thistle, specifically its active component, silymarin. This is the heavy artillery. Silymarin is a flavonoid complex that stabilizes the cell membranes of liver cells, preventing toxins from entering. More importantly, it stimulates protein synthesis, effectively accelerating the regeneration of damaged liver tissue. It is the closest thing we have to a reset button. A randomized controlled trial by the Munich Phytotherapy Research Group showed that silymarin therapy increased survival rates in cirrhosis patients by 35% over a 4-year period. Since it is hard to eat enough thistle seeds, a standardized supplement of 110 microliters taken with a meal containing fat is the optimal delivery method. And finally, we reach number 1, the undisputed king of liver regeneration. A food so nutrient-dense that NASA has labeled it one of the most complete food sources available, investigating it for use in long-term space colonization. It is spirulina. This blue-green algae is a biological powerhouse containing a staggering 57 grams of protein per 100 grams, more than beef. But its title as the king comes from its phycocyanin content. Phycocyanin is a pigment that has been shown to not only scavenge free radicals, but to inhibit the inflammatory response in the liver at a cellular level more effectively than almost any other natural compound. A revolutionary study from the Tokyo University of Marine Science demonstrated that spirulina supplementation prevented the development of fatty liver entirely in rats fed a high-fat diet and reversed existing damage by increasing hepatic lipid metabolism by 48%. It essentially chelates heavy metals, binding to lead and mercury in your system and escorting them out, lifting the toxic burden off your liver so it can heal. The taste can be challenging, like drinking a pond. So the best tip for absorption and palatability is to mix a teaspoon of high-quality organic spirulina powder into a smoothie with pineapple and cucumber. The bromelain in the pineapple aids in the protein digestion, ensuring this green blood gets straight to your liver. The signs of liver disease, the fatigue, the skin changes, the bloating, are not a death sentence. They are a distress signal. They are your body begging for the raw materials it needs to repair the damage. By incorporating these 12 items, you are not just masking symptoms, you are providing the biological code for regeneration. Start with one, add another the next week. Consistency is the currency of health. It is not about eating all 12 in one day. It is about relentlessly flooding your system with these healing compounds until the liver does what it was designed to do: rise from the ashes.